Today, we are going to talk about the qualities which can make you successful people in any field you do work. So, the first quality that comes is that the quality of desire, right? If a person has a desire, he can become successful. And if a person doesn't have any desire, he cannot be successful. What is desire? A motivation to succeed comes from the burning desire to achieve a purpose. Napoleon in words, whatever the mind of a man can receive and believe, the mind can achieve. Means the Napoleon said that if a person has a strong belief on anything, he can get the thing. And if a person who doesn't have a strong belief on anything, he cannot get the thing. So the point is that a young man asked from the Scottish the secret of success. The Scottish told the young man to meet him near the river the next morning. They met. The Scottish asked the young man to walk with him around the river. When the water got up to their neck, the Scottish took the young man by surprising the ducked him into the water, and the boy struggled so hard to get out, but the Scottish was so strong, kept him there until the boy started turning blue. So the Scottish pulled his head out of the water, and the first thing the young man did was that gasp and take a deep breath of air. Scottish asked, "What did you want the most when you were under the water?" The boy replied, "Air." The Scottish said, "In the same way, when you require success, you will get it." The same thing happened with us that when we do not have any desire, we don't feel to do work. And when we don't feel to do work, we don't do our work with our heart. And when we don't do our work with our heart, what happens? Our result doesn't come. So the thing that we have understood right now is that burning desire plays a big role in our success. So what is success? I will tell you in that thing in another video. But today we are going to talk about the things can make a person successful. The second thing that you need to keep in your mind about that is commitment. Strong people make strong commitment. Weak people make weak commitment. And commitment is not about the other people's. Commitment is all about what we can do, and if we believe on in ourselves, so we can make commitment. So integrity and wisdom are the two pillars of which is build and keep commitment. Integrity and wisdom, right? This point is the best illustrated by the manager who told of his staff manager members, integrity is keeping your commitment even if you lose money, and wisdom is not to make such a foolish commitment, right? So what is integrity? Buddhimita, imandari, right? Integrity means imandari. So integrity means you do not make such a commitment which you can't fulfill. And wisdom is do not make such a commitment which makes you fool, right? So the thing is that which is required to become a successful, that is playing to win requires commitment. If you do strong commitment, don't do many commitments, right? Just many people I see, they just do keep commitment, making so many commitments. So what happens after that? They get stuck in a commitments of the list, and they can't do all the commitments in a time. So what happens after that? They just give up on any commitment, and after that they don't feel confident again on themselves. What happens? This kind of phenomena, if happens again and again, that person after after some time, what happens? He doesn't believe in himself anymore, and he becomes so negative. So the reason becoming of negative to the people, that is very simple. That is making so much commitment, so many commitments. So I'll suggest to the people that who are learning, who are studying, don't try to do many commitments. Try to make few commitments, that commitments you can fulfill. Because when you will fulfill commitment, what will happen? Once you will fulfill the commitment, what will happen? You will feel like a victory. You will become you will feel like a winner. And as you will feel like a winner, what will happen? Your confidence will automatically rise, and then you will take more risk in your life, and you will take more good steps in your life. So the thing is that which we understand about the commitment, I have told you, right? So when we play not to lose, there are three things about it which we need to understand, that we are playing to win. Second, we are playing to not to lose, right? So the second situation I'm talking about, if we are playing not to lose, so what happens? We are playing to avoid failure, right? And we all want to win, but very few are prepared to pay the price to prepare to win, right? So there are so many things which we have to sacrifice to win the match, to win the battle. right? So the if you are capable to paying that sacrifices, to pay the bill, to pay the amount, that is your hard work, sacrifice, consistency, dedication. So if you can pay in these all forms, so then you will be able to keep your commitments. And once you will be able to keep your commitment, what will happen? You will get success, right? And the next thing that we need to understand about the thing that I'm talking about, that is responsibility. Successful people very responsible, right? They respond very high, right? A duty which becomes a desire will ultimately become a delight. George Ritter said that people with a character accepts responsibility, right? They make decision to determine their own destiny in life. Accepting responsibility involves taking risk and being accountable, which is sometimes uncomfortable. I see many people, they don't take responsibility when the time comes hard. They just give up, right? And this is a wrong approach. Successful people keep their commitments, take their responsibility, even the time is very hard. They never give up at any cost. And because of that, when they win, the all people understand that this person really deserves this success because he has not given up, right? So the thing is that which is written, that I'm telling you, that most people would rather stay in their comfort zone and live passes life without accepting responsibility. They drift through the life waiting for things to happen rather than making them happen, right? They don't play a role for making the things happen. They just wait for the things to happen, right? And accepting responsibility involves taking calculated and not foolish risks, right? It means evolving all the pros and cons, and then taking the most appropriate decision or action, right? Responsible people don't think that the world only owes them a living. You cannot bring about prosperity by discouraging thrift, right? You cannot strengthen the weak by weakening the strong. So there are so many things which is written about the responsibility, which I have explained you. There are so many things, but if you are going to read this book, so that definitely it will help you a lot. And that fourth thing that found in a successful people, that is hard work, right? Success is not sometimes that you run into by accident. It takes a lot of preparation and character. Everyone likes to win, but how many are willing to put the effort in and time to prepare to win? I see so many people, they are learning English, they are participating in a course, but they are not ready to pay the sacrifice, right? Pay their hard work. They are not ready. They don't have time for that. And because of that, they don't get desired result. So the people who gets desired result, they also have a big desire to pay the sacrifice that is needed. So it takes sacrifice and self discipline. There is no substitute for hard work, right? Henry Ford said that the harder you work, the luckier you get, right? The world is full of willing workers, some willing to work and others willing to let them, right? I like to work half day. I don't care if it is the half 12 hours first one, or if it is half 12 hours of second one, right? So the one cannot develop a capacity to do anything without hard work, just as a person cannot learn how to spell by sitting on a dictionary, right? Professionals make things look easy because they have mastered the fundamentals of whatever they do. If you see the people, their life is so easy, it's just because they have mastered the skill that they are doing. And if your life is so tough, it is tough because you need to master in your life. So what you need to understand, the need to understand is that if you are very hard worker, you are very responsibility taker, you are very commitment maker, you keep your commitments, and you do all kinds of things which I have discussed. So there are so many chances there that you will become a successful person in your life. So I hope so you have understood what I'm talking about. And the next thing that is found in a people who become successful, that is character. Without character, we cannot understand, we cannot assume success, right? We cannot even expect success. Character is a sum total of person's values. Character is what? Character is what? It is a sum total of person's value. How many values does he have about family, about career, about dreams, about people, about society? How many values he has in his mind, in his life, he accepts that. It shows the character of a person. A characterful person is a person who always takes the right decision at the right time. It reflected by our behavior in our actions. It need to be preserved more than the richest jewelry in the world, right? So jewelry in the world is the most costly thing, but the more costly thing than the jewelry is our character. We need to save our character so that we can get succeed in our life. To be a winner takes a character, right? George Washington said, I hope I shall always possess firmness and virtue enough to maintain what I consider the most valuable of all titles and the character of an honest man, right? It is not the polls or public opinions, but the character of a leader that determines the course of history. There is no yeah, twilight zone in integrity. The road to success has many pitfalls. It takes a lot of character and efforts not to fall into them. It also takes character not to be disheartened by critics, right? How come most people love success but hate successful people? You know about that. There are so many people around us who we hate, but it's wrong approach. Because if we want to become like a successful people, so we can't hate successful people. Because if we will do so, what will happen? We will not be able to become successful, right? So I hope so you have liked this video, and if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button so that I can also get information that you like this video. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, have a good day. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram, Jai Bharat, Bharat Mata ki Jai.